This week we see a nice variety of Magic cards dropping in price, including a Commander favorite. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Magic the Gathering Foundations or find a vast number of other great products on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look in the description or the comment section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. This time we're looking at the top 10 coldest Magic cards of the week, and like I said in the cold open, there is a pretty big card getting cheaper this week, but overall we have a good variety of different things to see. Remember, when we say cold cards, we mean cards that are going down in price, not necessarily cards that are seeing less play. As always, our list is based on two things: the percentage decrease in the value of the cards, but we also want to see a true decrease in the number of sales from week to week as well. Quickly, before we get into it, just one fast thing. I want to say thank you to one of our gold patrons, that is Mark Vonbank. Mark, thank you so much for all your support on Patreon. It means the world. As I always say, I really couldn't do this without viewers like yourself. I truly appreciate your support, Mark. Thank you. And now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 10, High Noon. It goes down $1.35 to $2.55. That's a 35% decrease. We start out with a card that was seeing a ton of play in various formats. Now it still gets played, but maybe not as much compared to a few months ago. For example, since Duskmourn came out, you're not really seeing High Noon in Standard all that much. That's why the price is down, but it's still a useful card. In Pioneer, this is an Azorius Control, 5-color Enigmatic Incarnation, Boros Token Control, 4-color Midrange, and Azorius Lotus Field. Meanwhile, in Modern, High Noon shows up mostly in Miracles. For a while, it was seeing more play in the format. In Commander, this is mostly in Winota Joiner Forces builds, although sometimes it's in decks based around a card from Duskmourn, that is Marina Vendrell. Ultimately though, since it is seeing less play, High Noon slides down a little this week. Coming in at number 9 for a second week in a row, Razorkin Needlehead, down $1.37 to $6.18, that's an 18% decrease. This had a pretty high price point at the time of release, and even though it's seeing a lot of Commander play, as well as a little Pioneer play, this card just can't maintain that kind of value as Duskmourn packs are opened. In Pioneer, it has appeared in mono red aggro builds. As for Commander, it's a great upgrade to the Endless Punishment Commander deck from Duskmourn, and it's in fresh builds around the front-facing Commander, Velgavoth Harrower of Souls, as well as the Lord of Pain from there. Razorkin Needlehead is in several other decks too. Two other highly played builds where it appears are based around cards from the Duskmourn main set, Arabella Abandoned Doll, and Winter Misanthropic Guide. Next we have Enduring Innocence. 2 weeks ago this was number 3 on our hot list. Last week it was number 7 on the cold list. This week it's down a spot to number 8. It's down $1.57 to $6.87. That's a 19% decrease. In Standard, this is in Mono White Token Control, Azorius Control, Azorius Enchantments, Orzhov Token Control, Boros Token Control, and Ban Enchantments. Over in Pioneer, it's in Celestia Company, Azorius Flash, and Azorius Spirits. It even gets Modern play in Mono White Stoneblade. Meanwhile, in Commander, Enduring Innocence is all over the place in old builds, new builds. The two most popular decks running this are around two other cards from Duskmourn, Arabella Abandoned Doll, and the Jolly Balloon Man. But even with all the play it's seeing, the card still retracts again this week. A lot of packs of Duskmourn are being opened right now, and the card is trying to find its proper price point. Coming in at number 7 is Seance Board, down $1.85 to $5.92. That's a 24% decrease. This is from the Duskmourn Endless Punishment Commander deck. As you can imagine, it's in fresh builds around Velgavoth Harrower of Souls and the Lord of Pain from there. But it's also in several other Commander builds, both old and new, like Be'lakor the Dark Master and Velgavoth Terror Eater, that's a card from Duskmourn's main set. A few weeks ago, there was a lot of buzz around Seance Board as many players realized that this isn't just a niche Demon and Spirits support card, it's also a great tool generally to help you expedite casting of your instants and sorceries. Once chatter around this card increased, so did the speculation, and it spiked aggressively. Now, as more Endless Punishment decks are open and supply catches up with some of the demand, we see the price begin to retract at least a little. Number 6 is Mana Bond from Exodus. It goes down $2.65 to $12.34. That's an 18% decrease. This former One Print Wonder just got reprinted in Mystery Booster 2 in the Future Sight card frame. and even though the set is not a wide release product, the extra copies have impacted the price of this original one. Recently though, Manabond did get a bump in Commander play and builds around the Bloomburrow Buy a Box promo Commander card Flubs the Fool. Manabond helps you dump your hand, which is what Flubs decks want to do. Alright, before we get into our top 5, just a quick reminder, this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Foundations products there, plus they have a whole lot of other Magic the Gathering products and other things too on their site. Remember, if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. And if you're looking for a direct link to their site, just check out the description or the comment section below. I do have links posted in both of those places. And now, without any further ado, let's get to the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Sunscour, down $3 to $9.49. That's a 24% decrease. This one print wonder was hot recently because there were 3 copies of it in the sideboard of a modern Bant Birthing Ritual build. The deck was performing well at first, but as time went on, Birthing Ritual builds shifted into some different color combinations and eventually dropped Sunscour, so this week it trends down. Number 4, Reign of Gore, down $3.48 to $15.28. That's a 19% decrease. Here we have another one print wonder that recently spiked because of its role in a modern deck. This time it was an aggressive Hollow One build that was running 2 copies of this in the sideboard. The build showed promise for a bit, but the meta adjusted and now the deck doesn't see much play, and even when it does, it might have 1 copy of Reign of Gore at best, so this too moves down some. Next we have Excalibur, Sword of Eden. This was number 7 on the cold list 2 weeks ago, then it moved to number 2 on the hot list last week. This week it returns to the cold list, coming in at number 3. It's down $4.20 to $19.99. That's a 17% decrease. So this is in several commander decks, like Zergo Helm Smasher and Zuladak Voidgorger for example. Excalibur has even seen more play recently in builds around a card from Duskmourn, the Mind Skinner. But last week's spike was due to a reaction to one of the Marvel Secret Lair preview cards. Many players want Excalibur Sword of Eden for their future builds around Captain America First Avenger. Additionally, speculators thought Excalibur was a pretty safe spec, since the Assassin's Creed set didn't sell all that well. We've seen this before though, a card spikes aggressively one week and retracts down some the next as sellers throw more copies into the marketplace in order to take advantage of the higher price point. Keep an eye on Excalibur Sword of Eden though, as the release of Captain America First Avenger gets closer. I'm sure the card will jump again. Coming in at number 2 is Goblin Wizard, down $11.50 to $59. That's a 16% decrease. This reserve list card doesn't see that much play. Occasionally it might appear in a Goblin-centric commander deck, but it did see some price increases through the month of October, which may have been the result of a targeted buyout. However, this price dip most likely indicates that copies are being dumped back into the marketplace now. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Edgar Markov from Commander 2017. It is down $21.36 to $88.63. That's a 19% decrease. This card only comes in foil. The only other printing of Edgar is as a Judge promo, which also comes only in foil. But that is about to change with the release of Innistrad Remastered in January 2025. That's right, last weekend Wizards previewed a reprinting of Edgar Markov for that set, and it will be the first time you can get a non-foil version of the card. Obviously, this announcement has led to the drop in value of the previous printings, including the one you see here. Edgar Markov is a wildly popular commander, and many players have been waiting for a reprinting for a long time. Alright, that's going to do it for our top 10 cold cards of the week and this episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. But if you missed yesterday's episode, you need to check that out. We looked at the top 10 hottest cards. The Magic World Championship Tournament has its fingerprints all over that video. Until next time though, hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.